Every year, the global economy loses the equivalent of an entire continent, the size of the European Union, to climate damage. Crops fail, ports shut down, infrastructure collapses, healthcare systems struggle under new disasters. This isn't science fiction, it's happening now. The climate crisis is no longer just an environmental issue, it's an economic one. A multi-trillion-dollar problem reshaping industries, destroying old markets and creating new fortunes overnight. In this video, we'll break down exactly how this transformation works, step by step, and how investors are preparing for it. Step 1. The scale. How big is the problem? Let's start with the scale. Studies show climate damage could reach $38 trillion per year by mid-century, hitting agriculture, infrastructure, health, and productivity. That's not an exaggeration. That's a projected loss larger than the GDP of most countries combined. If the world is about to pay tens of trillions to handle climate impacts, where will that money flow? Into disaster relief, rebuilding, and, most importantly, technology that prevents the next catastrophe. Those flows create entirely new markets. Step 2. The investment. Imperative. Governments and investors are waking up. Global funds are shifting trillions toward climate mitigation and adaptation, not as charity, but as opportunity. McKinsey estimates that resilience and adaptation technology could represent a $1 trillion private investment opportunity by 2030. Trillions in liabilities mean trillions in spending. The profit lies in companies building the next generation of energy, water, food, and infrastructure systems. Step 3. The energy landscape is changing. In 2025, for the first time, global electricity from wind and solar surpassed coal. This wasn't symbolic, it was structural. Low-cost renewables scaled faster than predicted, and capital followed. Utilities adapting to renewables, battery innovators, and grid modernization firms are becoming the new giants, while outdated coal and gas assets risk becoming stranded. Step 4. 5 investable themes. So where are investors actually focusing? Here are 5 major opportunity themes driving the climate economy. 1. Renewable power and grid modernization. Solar, wind, and smarter grids are the backbone of the transition. Utility-scale renewables, battery manufacturers, and grid tech companies are seeing explosive growth. 2. Climate resilience and adaptation technology. Resilience tech prevents losses before they happen, from flood barriers to drought-resistant agriculture. Engineering firms, industrials, and water management innovators will lead this space. 3. Critical minerals and clean tech supply chains. Every solar panel, turbine, and battery needs lithium, nickel, cobalt, and copper. Mining, processing, and recycling companies are essential to scaling the clean energy transition. 4. Insurtech and disaster finance. As disasters increase, insurers face massive losses. New financial models, parametric insurance, catastrophe bonds, and risk analytics are attracting capital. 5. Agriculture and food technology. Climate shocks threaten global food security. Precision agriculture, indoor farming, and drought-tolerant crops are transforming how we grow and sustain food systems. Step 5. The portfolio playbook. Here's how many investors are thinking about climate-aligned portfolios, not as advice, but as education. Core holdings focus on clean energy and utility, ETFS. Growth positions include clean tech and climate tech companies. Alpha exposure targets emerging markets and thematic opportunities. Defensive positions come from insurers, inflation hedges, and commodities. And a small, opportunistic slice explores private climate tech and recycling startups. Rebalance yearly. Use dollar-cost averaging. And stress test your holdings against extreme weather and supply chain shocks. Step 6. Risks and ethics. No investment is without risk. Policies change, technologies evolve, and subsidies can disappear overnight. Greenwashing remains a major concern. Many firms exaggerate their climate impact. The responsible path is investing in solutions, not exploitation. Focus on transparency, measurable sustainability, and real-world impact. Step 7. Real-world case studies. Real examples prove what's possible. A battery company tripled its revenue in 3 years by building modular factories and securing long-term utility contracts. A coastal city reduced property losses by 60% after investing in adaptive seawalls, creating resilient bonds that performed like fixed income with upside. An ag-tech startup cut farmers' water use by 40% while doubling yields during droughts. These aren't futuristic. They're happening now. The climate crisis will destroy value, but it will also create entire industries. The money isn't in waiting for disaster. It's in building the solutions the world will have no choice but to buy. Start learning, diversify wisely, and invest in resilience. Because while the losses are catastrophic, the opportunities are enormous, and they're unfolding right now. The climate crisis is an economic problem, but problems create markets. The only question is, will you be ready when the market moves?